You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We are following breaking news of First Lady Dr. Jill Biden's visit to the Madison area. Dr. Biden just finished speaking at Glacier Edge Elementary School. Our Eric Franke, Catherine Merck, and Will Keneally are all live at the school and will bring us live coverage of the First Lady's visit. We'll have more team coverage in just a moment. But first, a hot way to end the summer. Weather alert days begin this weekend for extreme heat, stretching into next week. Chief Meteorologist Garrett Canalti out on the patio with the details.
Yeah, Mark, temperatures are going to be at or above 90 degrees beginning Saturday and probably lasting through Tuesday of next week. So we have first warned weather alert days in the forecast for high temperatures between 90 and 94. The humidity not as bad as the last heat wave, but still heat index readings could be up around 100, and we could also set some record high temperatures. Now today, not a cloud in the sky across Wisconsin. The air is very dry, so temperatures started out cool this morning, 44 in Madison, 37 in Camp Douglas, and current temperatures are in the middle to upper 70s, a little bit warmer than yesterday, 80 right now in Boscobel. Otherwise, look for temperatures to drop into the lower 60s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at how hot it'll get and how hot it'll feel as we head into next week.
All right, Gary, we'll check back. Thank you. Now, back to the First Lady's visit. Our Eric Franke is live outside Glacier Edge Elementary School, where Dr. Biden just spoke. Eric, what can you tell us?
Well, Mark, I'm kind of getting out of the way of the camera shot right now. Our photographer, Jim Abraham, trying to get a shot of the First Lady as she walked out the front door. You're seeing a lot of Secret Service presence, obviously, here at Glacier Edge Elementary School in Verona, where the First Lady spoke for about 7 or 8 minutes to a crowd of about 500 or so, many of them educators, some of them children of educators, but a very large crowd. We spoke to a few of them as they came out, and many of them teachers. And boy, I'll tell you, she fired them up for the school year that's coming, all of them with, of course, positive reviews, but it's a friendly crowd. Of course, she's a teacher herself, a longtime educator, and, you know, she was introduced by the former Verona School Superintendent, Tony Evers, and Cabby Hong, who is a nationally honored school English teacher here in the Verona District over at Verona Area High School, just a few miles away. So, obviously a special day for the community here, but really a unique visit for Madison. You don't get a lot of visits from anybody at the White House, but this is the first visit by a sitting First Lady since back in October of 2014. And at the time, that was Michelle Obama here in town stumping for then gubernatorial candidate Mary Burke in her race against Scott Walker back in November of 2014. But let's recap Dr. Biden's day a little bit here. A little late getting out of O'Hare this morning. She was in Indiana and Illinois yesterday, got up this morning, flew up here from O'Hare. Arrived at Dane County Regional Airport about 1:30 this afternoon, met there on the tarmac by Senator Tammy Baldwin, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, who of course is on a committee of mayors that are you know, a committee to help get Joe Biden reelected. And Dane County Executive Joe Parisi also there, along with Dane County Board Chair Pat Miles, all there to greet the First Lady as she got off that airplane. Dr. Biden, of course, as we mentioned, the first sitting First Lady to visit since Michelle Obama back in 2014 when she was stumping for Mary Burke, who was running for governor at the time. Now, we want to go inside the school. Catherine Merck was actually in the building for that speech, and we're going to get some shots as we've got some, I think it's Dane County deputies clearing the way for the motorcade as it's about. Let's just keep it here for just a moment before we go inside to Catherine. Dane County deputies leading the way for this motorcade. They pretty much cordoned off all the streets around here. This is Verona's southeast side, if you're not familiar with it. And the cars were lined up around the block, not much parking available. Mostly teachers. They did have some buses brought in, many teachers, you know, being bussed in from neighboring districts. And they're, of course, going to head now. Her day is not done. These guys are going to clear interference for her, make sure it's a clear path out. And then she's off to a fundraiser tonight for Senator Tammy Baldwin, who, of course, is up for re-election next year as well. So you got the routine here of clearing the way for the motorcade as they try to pull out. Again, we mentioned it was right at 4 o'clock that Dr. Biden pulled into the lot here. We saw her going into the building right at the top of our 4 o'clock newscast, and members of her traveling party include Tammy Baldwin, who addressed the crowd. Tony Evers joined a little late. He's been kind of in and out of various events. He's got some commitments he was tending to, and it's an amazing operation to get even a First Lady. I mean, we've talked about presidential visits. We saw President Biden visit DeForest, a manufacturer in DeForest earlier this year, and you know the kind of all the hoops you got to jump through security-wise to get to get a president into town, and it is almost at that level. Not quite, but almost at that level to get a first lady as well. Tremendous security and all the work that goes into it. Glacier Edge, I think, was told, schools are told a week or so prior, you're on a list of a possible few schools. They get the clearance, and White House and Secret Service all comes in, make sure everything's good. So, right now we're kind of in a holding pattern. They're moving some vehicles. I'm not exactly sure what's happening there, but certainly, a lot goes into this kind of thing, and obviously moving a dignitary of this level, it takes a lot of work and a lot of thought and a lot of planning. So we're going to go inside the school now as they kind of get the First Lady on her way to her fundraiser here. Let's go into Catherine to get her perspective on what the crowd was like, what the response was like. She's still inside Glacier Edge Elementary School. Catherine?
Eric, there's a lot of excitement still here inside the gymnasium at Glacier Edge Elementary. The First Lady wrapped up just a little bit under 10 minutes ago, and like you said, she's heading out through the motorcade. Things are dying down a little bit here as people start to clean up, but there is a lot of excitement. After the First Lady spoke, she walked around and greeted some of the teachers and staff that were here. Governor Tony Evers and Senator Tammy Baldwin did the same, and they were addressing a crowd that really resonated with her message, talking about the importance of public schools and supporting our teachers and America's children. Now, like you said, she does have events planned with Senator Tammy Baldwin the rest of the evening, but as for her time here, it is wrapping up, and the teachers are left with a lot of excitement that the First Lady of the United States went to visit their school. We'll send it back out to you, Eric.
All right, Catherine, thank you. And yeah, still a little bit of a logjam here. Not exactly what sure. It's nothing out of the ordinary here to have somebody have to move a car or something to get a motorcade moving. But let's go back and recap a little bit of this day. We talk about education. Obviously, for Jill Biden, that is top of mind. But another thing that, of course, is central to the Biden family is cancer research. And earlier in the day, Dr. Biden visited Exact Sciences in Madison. One of the projects that the company is known for, of course, we've seen the commercials for Cologuard. Most people in Madison know what Exact Sciences does in the detection of colon cancer. The First Lady touring the facility as part of the White House's Cancer Moonshot Initiative, the project aiming to accelerate cancer research and reduce cancer deaths by 50% within the next 25 years. It also hopes to improve the experience of patients and their families battling cancer. Now, after that, Dr. Biden, along with Senator Baldwin, stopped at the Black Women Wellness Center. That's on Madison's west side, just off Mineral Point and Grand Canyon, where they discussed with wellness leaders, including founding CEO Lisa Payton, how to better Black women's wellness. Dr. Biden also talked about the steps Senator Baldwin, along with her husband, the president, are taking to catch cervical and breast cancer at an earlier stage.
For me and for Joe, like I said, this is really the mission of our life. We won't give up. We're going to keep trying, and I know that all of you here feel the exact same way, because cancer touches all of us. It does. All of us.
That wellness center officially opened in January 2020, offering fitness and wellness classes to women. And the First Lady and the media entourage has finally made it past whatever that obstruction was here in Verona. And they're on their way again to that fundraising event tonight with Tammy Baldwin, the senator running for re-election in 2024. Let's bring in Will Keneally, our political reporter now. Always a special day when anybody at the dignitary at this level visits. But we also know that this is all politics, right? And there's a key reason behind this visit. And, she's talking education, she's talking cancer. She's trying to reach voters.
Right, exactly. And it's no mistake that she's holding this fundraiser after this event here in Verona with Tammy Baldwin, obviously up for re-election. A very, very popular senator here in Wisconsin. Kind of the insider connotation here is that Baldwin obviously polls a little bit more popular than the sitting president right now. So assuming that they're both on the ballot next fall, that Joe Biden could be reelected here in Wisconsin with the senator's coattails a little bit here.
Yeah, it had been 9 years since, we've mentioned this a few times now, since the First Lady visited Madison. That was Michelle Obama. Now, Barack Obama had fairly decent numbers, I think, at that time, back in 2014. So they send Michelle Obama. The First Ladies are often quite popular. They're not in the political crosshairs, and to put her in a school and have her talking about Cancer Moonshot and those sort of things, it's kind of right in her wheelhouse.
Right, and exactly. This is the right time of the year, too. Obviously, we're back to school and about a year out from that election when we'll start seeing all these visits come with a lot more frequency here. I think, too, that we see the First Lady essentially kind of furthering the Biden administration's agenda more than we've seen the president do. He's kind of doing the nuts and bolts with a lot of the infrastructure perspective that he's been bringing to Wisconsin with his visit in the last couple of weeks here in Milwaukee. She's kind of coming up with the cancer moonshots, some of the education stuff. Broadly, part of the Democrats' image here that they want to portray in Wisconsin that the president hasn't quite gotten to in some of his more recent trips.
Yeah, this was a well thought out idea. I mean, let's make no bones about it. To put Jill Biden, an educator, in front of 500 educators, I mean, it ended up basically sounding like a pep rally in there through our earpieces.
Yeah, kind of one of the quotes that stuck out to me from that rally was saying, yeah, you have two friends in the White House here. She talked a lot about unions, strong union presence. She herself a union member, as an educator here, kind of playing into what a lot of Madison liberals and Democrats would want to hear here.
Yeah, and of course we had the debate recently from the Republicans. We know their convention's coming here next summer, so this is battleground, man. Wisconsin, purple as ever, and it's going to be hotly contested in 2024. So we want to get to the Republican response here. They held a virtual press call in response to the First Lady's visit, in which speakers grilled Dr. Biden for associating with the teachers union, blaming, if you will, the teachers union for school teaching shortages in the fall of 2020, also blaming the union for low reading and math scores around the state. Several parents also spoke about parental rights when it comes to their child's education.
To me, I don't see the Democrats having my back as a parent or having the students' best interests at heart when I feel like they constantly put the teachers union and other interests ahead of transparency and accountability in our schools.
Kenosha Representative Amanda Nedweski out of Pleasant Prairie said instead of meeting with the teachers union, Dr. Biden should be meeting with parents of Wisconsin children. So again, Mark, we're seeing, this is just the beginning of what's going to be a long run up to the election where Wisconsin's going to be a busy place. We saw the debate here, as we mentioned, from the Republicans and Jill Biden. You knew that the Democrats would have a fairly quick response to all the hubbub over the debate recently of the Republicans in Milwaukee. So here we go. The game is on, and it starts kind of for the Democrats with Jill Biden today on the heels of visits from the president and vice president before the Republican debate. Mark?
It's going to be a busy 14 months, that's for sure. Eric, thank you. Eric, Catherine, and Will join us for more live team coverage of this First Lady's visit coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6. You can watch and read more about Dr. Biden's stops in Madison on channel3000.com. In other news, a shortage of ADA medications is causing headaches for patients across the country, including here in the Madison area. And with kids gearing up to go back to school, those that rely on their meds to stay focused might even have a tougher time getting them. Braden Ross explains what you can do if you're struggling to get your prescriptions filled.
Pharmacists across the country have been struggling for months to fill their patients' prescriptions for ADHD medication. And now with school starting and that demand rising even further, the owner of Fitchburg Family Pharmacy tells me he's worried that problem is only going to get worse.
Many children go off during the summer because they just don't need it, or they take it, 1 or 2 days a week when they do need it for like a summer projects, things like that. And many of those families probably have medication left over from the spring semester. And so it may not be an impact like day one of school, but the first month or month and a half, I think we're going to see an uptick in the amount of people who are competing for these medications.
Schumacher says it all ultimately comes down to patience, but there are things you can do if you're having trouble filling your prescriptions, like talking to your pharmacist about alternatives. You can also call your insurance company and ask if they'll cover the brand name instead of the generic version of a drug. Sometimes those can be easier to find. In Fitchburg, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
And coming up, Gary has more on our upcoming alert days, plus the latest out of Florida after Hurricane Idalia devastated communities. On Wall Street, a mixed day. The Dow Industrials down 168 points. The NASDAQ, though, managed a 15-point gain. The S&P 500 was down 7. And we'll be right back.
Back to school means big savings at A1 Furniture. Mattresses for $149, sofas $399, flip-flops $299, dressers $149. Up to 40% off store-wide plus instant cash back. The back to school savings event only at A1 Furniture.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
You work hard enough. Take a load off this Labor Day with new appliances from Brothers Maine. Celebrate the holiday with unbeatable deals on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Haier. Don't miss out. Shop the Labor Day sale at Brothers Maine today.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Back to school means big savings at A1 Furniture. Mattresses for $149, sofas $399, flip-flops $299, dressers $149. Up to 40% off store-wide plus instant cash back. The Back to School Savings Event, only at A1 Furniture.
Hot weather from Labor Day weekend into Tuesday has alert days in the forecast. At 6, I'll let you know how hot it'll get and how hot it'll feel.
Plus, team coverage of the First Lady's visit to Madison. Why this visit is so important for the next presidential election, tonight at 6.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulti here. Alert days are ahead for high heat and humidity. Stay safe, hydrate, and avoid outdoor activities. Wear light clothes, use air conditioning, check neighbors, and track the weather on the News 3 Now or First Warn Weather app.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, Hurricane Idalia may be moving out over the ocean, but the storm is proving deadly after it moved across the southeast. Gloria Pazmino has the latest from Florida in the hard-hit Crystal River area.
Rising waters taking over streets in Charleston, South Carolina. Idalia pushing the water levels in the harbor past 9 feet. A tornado spawned by the storm caught on dash camera, picking up a car and flipping it over while cutting across a South Carolina highway. The people involved, luckily, escaping with minor injuries.
There's been a heavy impact in South Georgia with heavy rainfall and heavy winds.
Relentless rains unleashing flooding in Georgia. Furious winds ripping trees from their roots. A toppling tree crushing a man during cleanup, killing him. At one point, Idalia's rain was dropping on 600 miles of the southeast, from central Florida all the way to North Carolina. Its destructive winds walloping more than 300 miles of that area.
There has been significant damage, particularly along Florida's Big Bend.
The storm has now moved out into the Atlantic Ocean.
Rest in peace, faraway end.
Left in its wake is widespread devastation. Some say they now have no home to go back to.
And it hurt because I raised my kids up in this trailer.
Every car that drives by, everybody's looking up because they're looking, is somebody coming to help? Is somebody coming, and everybody's looking. And you know what? Everybody appreciates a little bit of a smile.
In Crystal River, Florida, I'm Gloria Pazmino.
Alert days for heat coming up this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulti has your complete forecast. Gary?
Yeah, tomorrow's a transition day. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer, but in 3 things you need to know. After those highs in the 80s tomorrow, we hit the 90-degree mark for Saturday and probably stay there through Tuesday with record heat possible, especially Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. And dry weather is also expected through the Labor Day weekend and probably into at least Tuesday morning of next week. There might be a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm by Tuesday afternoon as humidity levels come up a little bit, but still we're looking at a prolonged dry spell. So again, the first warned weather alert days in the forecast from Saturday through Tuesday for near record heat, high temperatures at or above 90 degrees. Heat index readings could be as high as 100 degrees. As far as the records are concerned, again, we're going to be very close. Forecast high of 94 Sunday, 93 Monday, and 92 for Tuesday. And you can see those are going to be very close to the records for those days. Rain, we could use some more. This is the end of what we call meteorological summer, so the 3 full months of June, July, and August, the months that people most closely associate with summer. For just this month alone, we're down 1 3/4 inches of rain, and most of that 2.42 inches occurred in the first part of the month. You take out a couple of days, and we had almost no rain for most days during the month of August. Since the start of meteorological summer, we're down over 4 inches of rain, and since the start of the year, almost 5 2/3 inches of rain. And the forecast doesn't look good. It looks a little better than yesterday, but still 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of rain at most over southern Wisconsin, and that'll be spotty, depending on where thunderstorms occur probably early next week and maybe toward the end of next weekend. The better chances for rain will be in the northern part of the Midwest. The U.S. Drought Monitor shows the drought expanding. This is extreme drought conditions pretty much between La Crosse and Madison, most of south central Wisconsin in severe drought conditions, and of course that lack of rain will continue to hurt us. In fact, the worst drought conditions across the country are either through the Midwest and the plains or down near the Gulf Coast, the western part of the country that's had drought conditions over the previous years. Right now, looking high and dry. Take a look at the Climate Prediction Center monthly precipitation outlook for September. Below normal precipitation across the central part of the country, right where that drought is. That doesn't change. And take a look at temperatures. Above normal temperatures expected through most of the lower 48 states other than near the Pacific coast. Plenty your night across Dane County. Not quite as cool as last night. 53 for the low in Verona, 53 in Windsor with mostly clear skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, down to 48 in Wautoma, 52 in Watertown, and 56 for the low in Prairie du Chien. Tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 83. So a little warmer than today, but still comfortably warm. The humidity level is not too bad. First one, 7 to 10 day forecast, though. We hit 90 on Saturday and stay there for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. A little more humid for Labor Day Monday into Tuesday. Maybe a chance for a shower or thunderstorm Tuesday night, a slight chance on Tuesday afternoon, and a slight chance continuing into Wednesday. Then we dry out again. Temperatures drop back a bit, but still are above normal in the lower 80s. And then as we start to get back in the mid 80s by the end of next weekend, maybe another slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. As we take a look at first warn traffic this afternoon, well, right now we've got it looks like an incident just occurred on the Beltline, starting to back up traffic on the eastbound Beltline. So from Monona Drive back to Park Street, right now a 20-minute trip on the eastbound Beltline, but only 14 minutes back in the westbound direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 23 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, a quick 15 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and outbound from downtown to Sun Prairie and East Washington Avenue takes you 19 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn.
All right, Gary, thank you. Next at 5, we'll check back with Eric Franke, who has live coverage of First Lady Dr. Jill Biden's visit to Madison.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save big money with 11% off everything at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors in a wide selection of styles. Pick up this 3-panel mission-style exterior door with top light for just $299.99 after rebate. Let in fresh air with Larson Storm Doors. This mid-view storm door features a screen-away retractable screen. It's just $219.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now there's Kohler Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Kohler Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special.
Order Color's Ultimate Beauty Package today and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination. We have all the best brands at the best prices. And with our 120-night sleep guarantee and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. At Steinhafels, we take the time to fit you with the perfect mattress, giving you the best night's sleep possible. Rest easy when you use Steinhafels' 72-month special financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
And welcome back. We are continuing breaking news coverage of the First Lady's visit to Madison. Eric Franke joins us live from Verona with a recap. Eric?
That's right, Mark. Her day is done on some of the official business that she was handling with her first 3 visits here, but her day is not complete as she has left Glacier Edge Elementary School here in Verona, where she addressed educators and others here to now go, along with Tammy Baldwin, to a fundraising event at an undisclosed location. That's a private event here in Madison throughout the evening before heading back to Washington. Here's how her day kind of happened. She flew out of O'Hare early this morning, got it to Dane County Regional Airport a little after 1 o'clock this afternoon. From there, she took a tour of Exact Sciences. Of course, 2 things central to her whole world: the Moonshot Initiative to fight cancer and reduce cancer deaths, the President's Initiative, and also education. So from there, she went to the Black Women Wellness Center on Madison's west side, discussing women's wellness with leaders there, and then made her way to Glacier Edge Elementary in Verona, where she addressed a crowd of roughly 500 educators who, quite frankly, walked out of here pretty enthused and pretty engaged and ready to go for the start of the school year, which is about a week away here, a few days left of their summer break here in Verona. But the ground game is underway in the race, 14 months away. We still got to go till Election Day 2024, but the ground game is well underway. Mark, as you well know, this is one of many visits we can expect to Battleground, Wisconsin between now and then. More coverage next hour on News 3 Now at 6 with Catherine Merck and also political reporter Will Keneally. Mark?
All right, Eric, thank you, and we'll be right back.
The 72-hour Labor Day weekend sale is here at Ashley. This Saturday through Monday, get doorbusters at discounts up to 83% off. And furnish any room in your home for as little as $11 per month. Plus delivery in as fast as 3 days on in-stock items. Only at Ashley.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. For more than 90 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When entering a negotiation, it helps to have that reputation on your side. We have the talent and resources to take on the big corporations. For regular people all over Wisconsin. Habish, Habish & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says This one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
The 72-hour Labor Day weekend mattress sale is here at Ashley. This Saturday through Monday, get the guaranteed best offer in all of Wisconsin on top mattress brands like Tempur, Purple, Serta, and more. Plus free delivery in as little as 3 days. Only at Ashley.
We've got a lot of news coming up. Our Eye on America tonight as students throughout America struggle with math. One school district has a program that's adding up to success. We'll explain. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, more live breaking news coverage of First Lady Jill Biden's visit to Wisconsin. Gary Canalti here now. She had a nice day to visit Wisconsin.
She couldn't have timed it any better. Glad she's not going to be here this weekend because it's going to be hot. Let's take a look at the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Not a cloud in the sky. Should be an easy flight home for the First Lady later on. But as far as the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam, again, mostly sunny skies there. Hardly a cloud anywhere around Wisconsin. Very pleasant temperatures. A little cooler closer to Lake Michigan. Milwaukee at 70, Madison 76, La Crosse farther to the west at 81. So we're kind of right in the middle. 78 in Verona, 78 in Middleton, and 76 in Sun Prairie. Look for mostly clear skies this evening. Temperatures dropping into the lower 60s.
All right, and then the heat.
Right.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, have a good evening.